Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Jeff, you're muted.
Jeffrey, you are muted, sir. Welcome, everybody, to Restless Barbarian Gaming. Tonight, we are back playing Vagabond. We had a hell of a fun time with it last time, and we're doing another series here called the Perils of Apatite Peak. So again, thank you, everybody, for joining us. We'll get started in just a moment. We'll make sure our DM can talk. So
We
just
lost
do
him.
a
He was
little.
just there a minute ago.
Yeah, it was just.
I know, right?
So
Maybe we can tell everybody about our characters again because it's been a while.
We could do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Why don't we go through our characters and introduce ourselves? So let's start from the bottom. We'll start with Diver.
Oh, great! I knew that was coming. Hold on. Let me pull up her backstory because I know it's pretty rough. If somebody else wants to see, now I'm not ready. All right, let's see here. Vagabond. All right, I got like 400 million characters I need to look at here.
I can go if you want.
No, I'm just pulling it up now. So basically, Ashira is a dark elf, and she lived in an intricate culture. Their culture was passed down by oral tradition. They didn't interact with those city dwellers. You know, they lived more on the frontier, the periphery, and everything like that. And then one day, I mean, all was good, right, in the barbarian village. And then one day, you know, as happens in civilization games, somebody came and burned it all down, you know. And so basically, her village was raided and pillaged and razed to the ground. She lost her family and relatives in that attack, and she was left for dead. And when she regained consciousness in the aftermath of the attack, she woke up scarred and covered in ash. So she has burn scars. You can kind of see that a little bit on the lovely portrait that was drawn for me here. I believe by our GM. Is that correct? Am I wrong about that?
I believe it is. Yeah, I believe it is.
Yeah. So wonderful portrait there of her. She does kind of wear a resting bitch face most of the time, and she's okay with that. And so yeah, she's been working through the 9 or 12 steps of grief or whatever. I don't know how many there are, and you know, vengeance burning in her heart, and she's just channeling all that rage into cleaving her enemies. You know, how's the saying go? To kill her enemies, see them driven before her, and to hear the lamentations of everyone else. So yeah. There we go. I'm passing the torch.
Alrighty, go up the chain.
Hi everyone. I am Taka, aka Mighty, and tonight I will once again be returning to the role of Herrick Potstone, everyone's lovable dwarf blacksmith turned wizard. He, as I keep saying, TLDR, he wanted to go to Skyrim and he ended up in Hogwarts instead. So he's back, and I think he's kind of taken to his role of being the burly wizard of the group. And I think we also established that he and Marvin actually went to school together in the last last campaign. Yeah,
it is canon.
Different houses, I think, but yes.
Right.
Awesome.
Hey folks, I'm Q. I'll be playing Rudis Crowleyani. I'm of the Crowleyani family, of course. If you've paid any attention to those terrible rumors, you'll know that my family is a bit low on funds, and so I'm really just here for the money. I've come to appreciate the rest of the group for their ability to keep me alive, so I do what I can to return the favor.
right. Hey, everybody. Tom. I'm returning as Marvin, the well-meaning, overly nice healer of the group. He again just graduated from the magical school and is ready to do some good.
And I took notes. So we established that Marvin is part of Humble Bluff,
Yes.
and Herrick belonged to Grifterpore.
Nice.
Yeah. And that the favorite student game was Squidwitch.
Love it.
Yeah. Which we may actually explore in a later season, but for right now, I'll do a quick shout out for our other member of our merry band, our Magus, who is somewhat holy knight ordained, a Sir Philomena, and her faithful familiar companion Finley. And that is where I wish to begin. Is everybody ready?
We
Let's
are.
do it.
Wonderful. Rule 8 of Pyrrhium's Guide to Practical Adventuring. Always over-prepare for cold. You could never have... Actually, you know what? The cold can sod right off. You want some real advice? Adventure somewhere warmer. You've all received a letter from Sir Philomena in recent days, following your exploits at the Verdant Ruins. It's been some time, and you've had some odd weeks leading up to a month to rest, recuperate, and to spend the coins of your reward in whatever way you see fit. You all have received a letter from your traveling companion urging you all to meet her at Apatite Peaks, that she was sent on a mission from her Order of Knights that involve recovering a relic, gives you coordinates to the village in question where this idol has gone missing, and in exchange for all of your help, her order has promised a hefty payout for your participation and successful conclusion to investigating the quest. So this is where you've all managed to coordinate, find yourself suitable travel to. The upper levels of the mountain range that leads into Apatite Peak. The surrounding hills lead upward into teeth-like jagged spires that stand out starkly against the sky, at least for the times when they're visible. But several times during your journey here, the tops of these gigantic spires are completely hidden from sight from the tumultuous blizzards that seem to frequent the tops of these peaks. As you travel upward and upward, the pressure of the elevation almost having a severe effect as you climb higher and higher and the air around you grows colder and colder. The tree line becomes covered completely in white as you enter a layer that must see snow more often than not. As you continue to climb higher, you eventually pass small pockets of civilization, a well-traveled road, a small outpost, a caravan of traders. Eventually, all civilization falls away except for the path in front of you and the creak of the wheels of the wagon. Until finally, you reach a village that is small, but not pathetically so. Many tents, some that are personal size, others that could house multiple families, are scattered in a close assortment at the base of a sheer rocky face, providing them somewhat a bit of cover from the elements. The tents themselves are a combination of bone and stretched hide and furs. You see a somewhat bustling society of folks going about their business, tending to what is unarguably a harsh, but also a fairly simple life that the day-to-day mostly pertains to immediate survival. You quickly seek out the large tent that you were directed to find, and upon entering, you confer with the elder, who is an elderly female halfling. She greets you, treats you to a meal, and then takes you to where the site of the idol was. Her name is Droma. And where you see what seems to be some sort of offering station has been dashed and crumbled. And what was clearly once a spot to hold an idol is left to ruin. What happens here is now in your hands.
So is it like recently ruined?
Yes. It's been a little over twice the time it took you to get here, which was a few weeks. So it's been maybe about a month or so. Droma explains that they haven't bothered to rebuild because the idol is seen as a representative source of power and protection for the village, and to rebuild while it's not there would be seen as to bring and to invite bad luck.
Well, Marvin kind of approaches timidly. This is such a shame that this has happened to you, and this wonderful object. Would it be acceptable if I touched the remains? I don't want to offend you.
She blinks at you and inclines her head gently. Yes, indeed, please. Whatever you need, I trust you will be respectful.
Of course. And Marvin's trying to open the character sheet. There we go. Trying to see. So I'm thinking detect. I think detect would probably be like detecting magic, I would assume. What what would be appropriate to kind of investigate to see if, what kind of like affected it or like destroyed this thing?
Yeah, I actually think detect might be the way to go.
Okay.
Because I think there's a skill for arcane.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if you would want to choose between, if you felt like you just want to do a general look around,
Mm-hmm.
detect seems to be the one that makes the most sense to me.
Okay. Alrighty. An 18.
An 18. Okay. So that is tied to what your number is on the sheet. And that sounds like a success.
Yes.
All right. Great. Because in Vagabond, you're trying to meet or exceed the numbers on your sheet. So it doesn't take you long. It's fairly obvious. There are it was not prolonged. There is a very immediate like this was in kind of a natural made outcropping that was part rock and also part like frozen mud, and making kind of a sort of artificial cave that this idol was housed in. And it looks like there was one large point of impact that broke through the ceiling of this structure. There's a dash of almost fresh blood that has been frozen over and almost sustained in the elements, but is icy. There are gouges of large claw marks. So, and then one other, so there's a main impact area and rubble to suggest the angle, but more of the ceiling has been knocked away. So it looks like whatever did this flew in and flew back out.
He's going to gesture for the others. Please share your knowledge.
Ashira's going to walk up and in her big towering form, she's going to say, "Yep, looks wrecked."
Thank you for that succinct examination, my large friend.
And she nods, as if she gave you some valuable information. So she's like, "Yep, you're welcome."
Herrick's gonna walk up and gonna stand right next to Ashira, hands on hips, six pack abs, like fully exposed.
To the cold.
Get to the cold. Looking at the destruction here, there's no way this is like repairable with just what is here, correct?
There's no other what than what is right here? Sorry.
This does not look like it is at all repairable with just what has been left behind, correct?
The place has been pretty to kind of repeat what Ashira said, wrecked. Yeah, it is definitely beyond what a simple repair would be.
He's going to kind of survey everything and then say, "Well, all right, I'll get it done for you in a month. I'm going to need 50 gold up front and another 50 when I'm done."
And the elder blinks at you, Droma, and says, "I'm sorry. It's not the repairs that we need. We need the idol. The idol is we can repair this."
he will kind of like blink for a moment, and then he'll dig into his like satchel for instance, and he pulls out a small amulet that's attached to like a twine strap, and he's like, and he just holds it up and sort of like dumbly looks at her, and it's like, I got this. So this work?
No. I appreciate your ingenuity, and I don't mean to question your capabilities, good dwarf. However, the idol, you must understand, is very important to us, and it is indeed sacred. It is tied to the very spirits that imbue the land around us, and without it in place, we've had more sightings of beasts who have been acting unnaturally. Strange creatures have been reported to be stalking the edges of what was once traversable roads. We've had many injured. Our access to resources is becoming more and more restricted.
So
What's your idol? What's your idol look like?
Well, the idol is, and she goes on to describe it as, it looks like a rotund figure of humanoid appearances. It's kind of unclear whether it's a dwarf or a halfling or a human or even an elf. But it has 4 arms, and each of them is holding a hand out in a sign and a gesture of the 4 elements in primordial. And it's sitting cross-legged, and its back is resting against a mountain. And in fact, like, the mountain is supposed to represent Apatite Peak. And it is made completely of apatite crystal.
Well, this seems like a very lovely piece of art, but it would help us if you could tell us what was the last direction you saw the idol disappearing into?
Well, unfortunately, the one who was standing guard here, the last anyone heard of him was a scream that was quickly cut off, and she gestures at the pool of blood on the ground. And there was reports of the sound of large wings flapping due north. And she gestures towards a path that leads to the tallest spire. She says that used to lead to our road of pilgrimage. Your friend.
Have you sent anyone in that direction to look for anything?
We have. They've either returned unsuccessfully, or injured, or not at all. And that is in fact the direction that your friend, Sir Philomena, I believe?
Yes, she's very impetuous.
She decided to go off and have a look. I'm afraid it's been about a week.
Herrick's face kind of sinks for a moment, and he says, "Had the donkey?"
Went with her.
He turns around to everyone. He's like, "We gotta save the doggy."
Indeed.
Yes, I would agree the dog is the more palatable of the pair.
Let us quest forth.
He turns back around. He's like, "Oh, really quickly, though, I just want to make sure I understand. So this idol, it's actually magic, right? It like does stuff. It's not just like, oh, we pray to it, and so we think it does stuff for it. It's like it's magic.
Ishira is going to lean down to the dwarf, turning away from the elder, and she is going to say, "It's probably not. The animals do this everywhere, every year, depending on the month or the time of year. But they think it's magical, so..."
I'm just trying to get the facts here, so I don't really care either way, but it does help us to know.
No, it's irrelevant. We'll find the piece of stone and we'll bring it back. That's all we need to do.
His shoulders slump again. and he just puts the amulet back in his bag.
It is indeed very magical. Oh, I guess you don't care. Well, to take you part of the way, we do have a friend of ours who can take you to the first part and show you where your paths may diverge. And she calls out, "Skeleth!" And a surly-looking dwarf kind of shoulders his way through the crowd and ambles up.
Excuse me. You said, okay, so there's a pool of blood near where your guard was no longer present, right?
Yes.
Implying that with the wing beats that everybody heard, it was carried off by some flying thing. That's the theory, right?
Yes.
I just want to make sure I'm understanding. So there should be, unless Philomena or whoever erased it, there should be a nice trail of blood from here to there that we can follow. Yes? That's how we do things where I come
creature
from.
steals you, then the blood drops maybe spread out a bit. But we can certainly look for that. Yes,
Sure, and that's what she wants to do right now. She wants to look for blood. Because in her culture, following the blood is very much like following the money. It's going to lead you where you want to go.
The very gruff dwarf kind of tuts. He's got coarse, shaggy black hair with salt and pepper. He got a weathered face, tanned, almost leathery hide, and he just kind of tuts his teeth as you begin to kind of bloodhound your way to look for blood.
Oh, yeah.
So go ahead. Why don't you make me, I guess that would be detect.
Okay.
Oh, survival. Let's do a survival.
Okay. That's a 2. No
Okay.
blood.
While the blood is preserved here by the cold and by the partial shelter, it doesn't take long for you to realize that as soon as you step outside, there's constant snowfall. And if this happened a few weeks ago, any traces of blood is probably going to have been covered up by snow long ago.
And all these people who went up there, including our companion, they pretty much just destroyed the crime scene.
Could I try to make up? Could I try to make up a spray bottle of luminol so we can?
You can go CSI Vagabond on this.
Is luminol an ingredient that you can create?
I mean, we'd have to make it up. It's not on the list.
I
I don't think the designers
right?
had that in mind.
I mean, for the fun of it, it's a craft, right?
Yeah.
I would say make a medicine check first. Do you feel like
Okay.
Rudis would? Do you feel like he'd be kind of mad scientist vibes? Like, is this something that would be in his wheelhouse.
Oh yeah, he definitely is. I mean, part of the reason he is the way he is that he experiments on himself.
Okay.
So he might be able to come up with something.
I was
He's
gonna give
definitely
you-
kind of like part doctor, part alchemist.
Sure. Okay. In that case, I'll ask for a medicine check, and
Medicine
I won't give you a
passes.
hinder. Okay.
Okay.
So you can conceive of what you're trying to craft. So,
Alright.
since you're trying to invent something new, I will ask you for a craft roll with a hinder. So you're gonna roll a d6 and subtract the d6 from your d20 roll.
Well, okay. Yeah. Is there a way to make it do that on purpose?
I think
Yeah.
there might be a way
well,
to
that's
like.
just -1.
Hmm.
No, doesn't matter. I'll roll craft and I'll roll a d6.
I feel like there is a toggle of some kind, but I forget where it is.
Yeah, I would have thought, but
Okay. So -5.
Where's the 6? There it is. Okay, yeah. So what would it? Yeah, it would be -5. Yeah. So I got a 5.
Okay. And you needed a 6 to
It's a
pass.
fail. So, but even without the -5, it's a fail. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
So nope. We
Um,
tried.
Yeah, you make a what might serve as a disinfectant,
Ooh,
like
lovely.
basically rubbing alcohol.
Yeah. Rub this on your wounds. How much we want to say that cost? About 10 silver?
That sounds about
20?
right.
All right.
It's almost like an anti-venom.
Okay. It was worth a try, but I'm sorry I failed you. I failed you, my dear, and well, there it is.
I'm gonna turn back to the elder and just be like, so you said that like some of these people came back down the path and they were like injured, right? Like, what'd they say happened? What's up there?
Well, none of them made it up that far. They were attacked by beasts, or it became were not able to continue forth due to the harsh conditions, or some other malady befell them. But you must understand that there are a number of my people who would say that we are cursed, and that this is some form of punishment for having lost the idol. So, with every failure, that sentiment seems to set in deeper and deeper.
Oh, pish. Look, I'm no stranger to people believing you to be a failure, so I will help you, provided that the money is good.
The money, your companion said that money was not something of our concern, that this was something the order was... Oh, she did say you might ask about that. I was told to tell you that her order would pay you handsomely for any conclusive information and hopefully the retrieval of the idol if possible.
I see. So we need to retrieve Sir Philomena so we can get paid.
Yes.
Well then, what are we waiting for?
Well,
Oh,
all right. If you're all ready, says Skeleth. Keep up. And he stumps off into the snow.
picture Marvin having almost like a giant parka with a big hood and gloves, and he's just like freezing to death. He's like, just like sitting in the wagon, like.
So
Shaking.
I'm gonna say quietly, Herrick had actually like off to the side, very, very subtly cast Forge to essentially make a small glass idol that looks that looks like
He's
what the
not
elder
giving
just
up on
described.
this.
What the elder just described, But then as soon as they said we have to find Philomena in order to get paid,
just tosses it in the snow.
He fully tosses it behind. Everybody hears like the shatter of glass, and as soon as they do, he like turns. He's like, "Oh, what was that? I don't know. Let's go."
Skelleth turns back, says, "Leave the cart. We're not gonna need it where we're going."
What? We're gonna walk?
We have to.
Oh. Okay. Takes off his glasses, cleans them, puts them back on. I'm ready.
All right. With some supplies and well wishings from the village, you all set forth, and I'm going to take us to an overview. Okay. Here we go. So, if you're all looking at this map, you are at the bottom, and you have branching paths.
I see.
Mm-hmm. So it's a very nice walk, all things considered. It is frigid, and those of you who are acclimating to the cold are able to take it and appreciate the natural, rugged beauty of this place. The snow
Absolutely
dampens the sound, and you do hear wildlife. There are exotic bird calls, some of which you may not have ever heard before. There's rustlings in the thicket of small critters that are
pumping in the undergrowth.
Yeah.
Invited this guy again?
Yeah. Okay. I'll stop waxing poetic. You at some point there is a rumbling, and there is a conspicuous slope in front of you, and Skelleth kind of mutters a low curse and begins hastily stumping off to the side. All right, get out of the way.
Follow.
Move.
Which way is he going? To the left or to the right?
He's going to the left and kind of pressing against, like you guys are kind of in like a little half pipe shape of a crevice. So like there's two sheer mountain walls on either side, and he's scrambling up to the left and getting to a higher vantage point.
Who's going to
All
take
right, I'll scramble over after him, best I can.
Come on, hurry up. And he says, all right, just stay here until they're all out of the way.
So
And-
who's out of the way?
And it's when you ask that question that around the corner, rumbling, and accompanied by these low bird-like caws, you see what you can best describe as a combination of goat and bird, about the size of a donkey, with no wings, but what looks to be forelimbs and back limbs that are tucked underneath them, as a whole herd, flock, a whole gaggle of them come sledding around, sliding on their bellies. They are white with shaggy feathers. And here's a little, let me see if I can get a little example of them here. With these flat oar-shaped tails. Here we go. And
So fluffy.
they are
Herrick is just grimacing.
Yeah.
Do you suppose those would be good to eat?
Oh, I wouldn't get near them if I were you. They're territorial little buggers. But, I mean...
Sure we could arrange to kill them from a distance.
Well, you definitely don't want to get them set in their sights, and you definitely don't want to be in their way when they're sledding.
Oh, okay, well then we should leave them to their play.
Those are... And as the last of them pass by... He says, those are rudder-tailed cragbeats. They're native to this area. But most folks around here call them sled beaks.
It looks like fun.
Looks like dinner.
And as the last of the sled beasts go by, he says, I kind of like to call them caracas. Because it's kind of like the sound they make.
Sorry, Myvan, remind me again, what house were you in?
Humble Bluff.
Yes. That's why I never could have been in. That's why I never could have been one of you. Just keep it away.
And now that the flock has sled by, Skelleth stumbles back out and stands kind of where this green orb is. It's not actually an orb. It's supposed to be like a little way marker. And he gestures in two directions. One that leads down to an icy lake to the left, and one to the right that seems to lead through a very sheer mountain valley that disappears down before sloping back up on the other side of two mountainous peaks. And he points to the left and says, that way we'll take you down to Lake Chirrut. And to the right, we'll take you to Grimsling Pass. As far as which way you go, I don't know which way your companion went, but whichever way you go, decide to be wary. I'm a little more familiar with the lake, but it would be somewhat treacherous to try to pass over the ice flows. But you can make it.
That's what I was wondering, what those gray things were. So, okay, those are ice flows. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe I'd rather take my chances with the ice than take chances to fall off the side of the mountain.
Yeah, that's a real possibility.
Perhaps we could look around and see if Philomena left any clues as to which way she was going.
All right. Go ahead. Anybody who would like to can do a survival check, or a detect check, or even maybe an arcane check. See if there's any arcane sigils or marks.
I'll take that arcane.
All right. I passed the detect check.
That arcane as well. Oof. Nope.
Okay.
In fact, it looks like I created
Pay
it.
no attention to that roll.
Okay. So, Marvin.
Yes.
Let's see. That's a crit failure. I feel like there was something about crit failures, but maybe I'm misremembering.
Rocks fall and I die.
Yeah. Marvin falls through like one of those. What are they called? Where like there's just a gigantic crevice of snow that's hidden by snow, and you just fall for like miles. No, not actually. Crits. Okay, I don't think there are crit failures in this game. It's only crit successes. Oh wait, no.
You say there has to be.
We're so close.
Crit 20, crit pass, unmodified 20. Oh no, there is no crit fail. Never mind.
Yay.
Yay!
I see nothing.
Yeah. you're a little snowblind, and you're very not happy. You're just like kind of impatiently waiting for the group to make a decision so you can keep moving and keep warm. So what would Herrick and Rudis? I designed this to be kind of choose which way you go, and above board, meta speaking, either which way you go, hopefully Darth Mouse will be able to join us, and you will find Sir Philomena, either which way you decide to go.
All right, then, Mighty, which way should we assume that we discovered? What do you like?
I look at Skeleth and I say, you say you know more about the lake, eh? So, what are your tips?
Well, a lot of animals around there. So, if you go that way, pay attention to the animals. They'll tell you a lot. If there's any predators around, anything unnatural, and don't fall in the water. I feel like that's kind of an obvious one.
Yes, and I do believe if around the lake I might be able to find some pure alchemical ice water.
I do believe if you
Really
go
good for certain things.
If you go to the right, not for that first leg, but beyond that,
And he gestures a little bit further down to where like the yellow dots would be, which would be the next leg of the journey.
those lead you up to the crystal caves. Which they're beautiful. And something about me tells you you're the kind that likes to make a little extra coin on the side. Well, if you're interested in materials and extra wealth, might be worth considering.
Yes, let's do that one.
Ashira nods pretty vigorously.
But remember, safety first.
Yes, of course, Marvin.
Okay. So you decide to go right and through the
That'd be Grimsling Pass there.
You bet.
All right. Well, this is where I leave you. I'll stick
You're not
out.
coming with us?
Oh, heck no. They weren't able to pay me enough to take me further than here. But
Fair.
I'll set up a vigil. I'll wait for you. And if I see any signs of you coming by, I'll happily lead you back to the village. If a week goes by and I don't hear from you, well, nice to have met you.
It was very good to make your acquaintance, young man. Yeah, a little something for your trouble. And I'll slip him a copper piece.
He hesitates for a moment and kind of looks at you with a hint of disdain, but he knows better than to question money. So he takes it, bites into it, pockets it.
Herrick's
It's like somebody handing you a quart. Go ahead.
Herrick's just gonna raise his hand and say, "Farewell, brother."
Bye.
All right, bye.
We are kindred spirits, and the
Are
rest
we?
of you will know that he says this about every dwarf that he comes in contact with.
Does Skeleth mutter something that to the rest of you is in Dwarvish? But Herrick, you can understand, and it's kind of a whatever the Dwarvish analog would be for oy vey, or what's the one Kali? It's basically just like this guy. Oofta, that's what I'm thinking of.
Oofda.
Yeah.
Herrick
Yeah,
just,
you betcha.
Herrick just looks back to the rest of them and like points at him and says, "He's such a kid."
Ashira pities him just a little bit. She's like, oh God, he doesn't even know. And she's going to make her way to the ice flows because that's where we got to go first, I think.
Okay, so if you go to the ice flows, you will be locked out of going to the crystal caves later, which is on the extreme right.
Did I get that wrong? Okay. I am going to change my mind and head over to the right.
I think as soon as
Sure,
Herrick
yeah. I
heard
believe
that
you're going
there's
in the
like
wrong
animals
direction.
down in the
Yeah,
lake,
yeah.
he's like,
This
nope.
this way, dear. This way.
The other right.
Your other right, exactly.
Of course, I knew that. I was just checking for predators down here.
Herrick, what were you saying?
I think as soon as Skelleth had said like there's animals down by the lake, he's like, no.
Nothing wholesome for Herrick. All right. So you all decide to go through Grimsling Pass.
The Mines of Moria, yes.
And of course, he knows what the dwarves found down there. So.
Right.
Okay. So you all head in that direction, and it is just as you thought and shared with Skelleth, is that there are these steep sides that lead down into what seem to be a bottomless crevasse. You're able to shimmy and press your bodies at times very uncomfortably on what seem to be very narrow ledges as you carefully pick your way over this landscape. At times needing to turn back and help each other, perhaps a treacherous almost mishap here, a misjudged footstep there. But by working together, you do find signs of arcane sigils that blaze unmarred and unaffected by the snowfall that indicate that Sir Philomena indeed went this way. As you continue through, you come to a series of caves and a large overhang where there are gaps in the ceiling that you can see the open sky, and you get the sense for a moment that you are some kind of subterranean dwelling insect that is crawling about inside of your hive.
Wait.
It's then
Wait. Back up just a second. Just so I
Yes.
understand, because my brain sometimes hears different things. Are you making an analogy or a metaphor that we're the insects crawling inside the hives, or that there's another sort of insect in here making this subterranean hive?
that you feel like you are
Okay.
the insects.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the better one, honestly. All right. Okay, please
Or
carry
the
on.
third version, which is that we've become insects and we're now crawling around in a hive, which I was
That's
a little worried
also
about.
not preferable. Yeah.
This is like that book that Kafka guy wrote. So.
It's at that point that there is a loud, resonant, you feel like roar that shakes you in this cavern, and you all stumble to keep your footing, and you look up at the icicles in the ceiling, hoping that they stay put, and they do, thank goodness. And it's then that you see part of the mountain shift. A large shape shifts slightly, snow crumbling off the top of it from having built up. And you see that you're not looking at a mountain. You are viewing a large humanoid creature that is lying horizontally in repose as it rolls over on its shoulders, and you see the wide, sagging jowled face of a giant.
Oh, that's not good.
The giant's eyes are closed, and you hear a deafening sound of a wet, ragged breath and smacking of gigantic lips that almost pop your eardrums as this giant settles back down into what seems to be a deep sleep. Followed by the deep resonant roar once again as the giant snores.
Well, at least it wasn't
Do
flatulence.
you think he saw us? I'm sorry, what was that?
All right, let me get this next bit loaded up here. Ashara,
Yes.
it's interesting that you said, are we the insects?
Here it comes.
Because as you say this, you're all watching this giant. So if you guys are in this cavern here, imagine that there is a giant just out of sight, slumbering against the ledge here. We'll put him right here for reference. Except that, let me change the size here.
Yeah, he needs to be much bigger, right?
Yeah, mechanically speaking, he's like big enough to fill. There we go.
Woo,
So like,
yeah,
kind of
okay.
just lying about.
Getting
here.
it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
When he
How did
lies
you get
around
that
the
picture
mountain, he
of me?
really lies around the mountain.
So Shara, it's when you look to the left and you see the wind pick up some snow and then swirl and begin to coalesce. And you're watching as this wind unnaturally swirls until the shape of a winged creature with long, extended arms, wings, and a long, hook-like nose and face appears.
Does this look big enough to have absconded with our guard?
No, this thing is small. It is about the size of an owl. But it gives you an impish grin, and you see malice sparkle in its eyes.
Yeah. We're gonna kill this thing before it can do anything that it's planning. So she doesn't have any kind of patience for this sort of shenanigans. So yeah, she's gonna take a swing at our method, our imp, whatever the hell it is right now, before it can wake the giant up, which is obviously what it's thinking.
Dang, that's insightful.
Right?
All right. Roll, baby, roll.
Okay, all right. I guess it's a brawl attack, right? Or a melee attack? I guess it would be a melee attack.
Melee, if you're going to use your sword.
Yep. And it's great axe, thank you very much.
Oh, great axe.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
that's a hit. So go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. Here we go.
Okay. So, without even bothering to think, it kind of makes a little, and then you see it like just kind of realize how quickly you're moving, and you see the malice be replaced by panic, and it kind of waves its hands in front of it like, wait, and then you just slice through it, and it just disappears. And it dissipates. Yeah, that was enough to kill it.
Yeah. She's got to turn back around her companions and go, just gonna wake the giant.
And so the rest of you see this, like, Ashara noticed it first, and almost in a blink of an eye before you could all even register that it was there, Ashara swung her great axe through it, and it disappeared. And as Ashara turns to you all triumphantly, and I'm assuming strikes what must be a somewhat lackadaisical, heroic pose, like, I
That's
got
right.
this.
Kind of like hand on top of the great axe, halved, just so like took care of that.
You all watch Ashara do this, and also as the wind coalesces right behind her, as another creature pops into existence and mimics her, mockingly copying her pose.
She hefts the axe up again. She's like, there's another one.
Go for it.
Okay. She has rage, and I feel that that's warranted at this point.
Okay.
So, yeah. So she's going to go berserk here, and do what she needs to do. Let's see here. That mostly doesn't help her kill the thing, but we're going to do a nice roll here, and it's not gonna go well. But is this one of those games where you can re-roll if you do something or spend something or?
Yeah, so there is the luck stat, and that is the custom rules that you can also use it as a roll to bring you back from the brink of death when you hit 0 hit points. But you can use it, essentially you can burn a luck point. So you have a number of luck points that are equal to your luck ability score.
Okay.
And those refresh every long rest. So you should have, everybody should have max luck to start.
Okay.
So you can spend a luck to re-roll.
I don't know how to refill that. I don't.
Maybe shift
it was
left,
at
hold down
one
shift
at the
and
beginning.
left click.
Shift left click.
Maybe.
Nope, not letting me.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, it should be shift click to add one.
Oh, okay.
Click this
There it is.
There we go. I got it now. I figured it out. It just was, you have to click on pool instead of the hexagon. So, okay.
Oh,
so
got it.
Yeah, that threw me off earlier too. It's not intuitive.
Yeah. So I'm going to spend one of those and re-roll.
Okay.
Oops. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to pass.
Great.
And we're going to hit the great axe here. And that's going to hit.
Okay, so
Yeah.
for 2?
Yeah.
All right, so 2, it has an armor class of 2, so that reduces the damage to 0.
Wow.
So first swing, it dodges and just flies right above the arc of your swing, and then waggles its hands in its ears and blows a raspberry.
Wow.
As you backswing and bring it back the other way, and this time it sees you coming, and you do connect, but it was already pretty much out of the way.
It's already
so you just
anticipating
kinda,
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you see Ashara swinging away wildly at this thing, and if you don't do something about it, this giant's going to wake up. So.
And sure enough, more creatures pop into existence, chittering maniacally.
Oh no! Here we go.
And they all kind of look to you, and then at the giant, and you see them all like get in a huddle together, and like point in all different directions, and then they all do a big, and you see them pointing at the giant. Yeah. All right, we're going to roll for initiative. So I believe how it works in this is combat. Heroes take the first turn. That's just how it goes. And then as far as the order, let me look at that. I forget if that's determined just by you guys or if you just look
Yeah, I
at your
believe
speed.
it's.
I
We go
think
first,
we
and we
c-
choose who goes
Yeah.
when. Yeah. We
I
just piped
do
up.
like the free form way of approaching it.
Whoever has an idea, go first.
I'm standing in the back.
I believe
When
I
they're-
recall
when they're-
this being Marvin's way. Yeah.
If they are huddled together, are they are they closer right now than what they're appearing to be on the screen? Like if they're huddled together.
I mostly just did that for flavor, but they've
Okay.
separated by this point.
Okay.
I'm just gonna whip up an alchemist fire and throw it at one. So if anybody else wants to do something first, go ahead.
I'm here for fire.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Then yeah, I spend an action to use the use action and craft an alchemist fire and then toss it at this one, the nearest. I pass, it gets hit.
Okay.
I forget what alchemist fire. I think it's a D6 of
I believe.
yeah, it's a CD6. Oh, so 2d6 damage when it hits, and it applies burning CD6.
Oh, yeah.
So next turn it'll count down. I love the
Yep.
countdown dice in this game.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay,
Alright.
so go ahead and roll your
2d6,
damage.
Doink, doink. 5 damage.
Okay,
And
that'll
we'll mark that there's that burning.
definitely be enough. It won't even make it to the next turn. Just the
okay.
fire conflates with it, and it barely lets out a shriek before it just melts. At the sound of the roar of fire, there is a shifting above you as the giant kind of adjusts itself.
I hope he doesn't fart.
Yeah.
The whole cavern explodes.
Yeah. All right. So that's Rudis, and you get an action and a move. Are you going to be moving at all this turn?
No, I have to spend my move to take the action to create the alchemical fire so that I can then have an action to throw it.
Oh, got it. That's right. Okay, great. Who's up next? Shara, you have been raging.
Yep, I nominated Shara.
I have. I wanted to give someone else a chance to decide what they wanted to do before I went right up and attacked this one right here. So that's what I intend to do is attack this one right here.
Great.
But if anybody wants to do something before that, I'm happy to let you go and do that.
Actually, before you do that, I think what I will do is I would like to target. Sure, you know what? Actually, I'll take a step out, just to make sure that I've got sights on it, and I will target the one to the north. And I would like to cast Erupt right underneath where it's standing.
Okay. Go ahead and cast.
Perfect.
I believe that's just an Arcana for you, or
Right.
Arcane. Right, and
Let me.
so I think for wizards, you don't have to spend mana unless you're going to shape or enhance the power of your spell at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm essentially just trying to cast it right underneath. I think that it does fire damage and also makes it difficult terrain.
Okay, so I would rule that at the height that it's at, it would get hit by the fire damage, but since it's flying, the harsh terrain wouldn't affect it.
Sure. That's fine. All right, let me roll. Okay. Oh. And a 4 is unfortunately not going to do it.
Okay, it moves out of the way and then kind of turns around like it's roasting its behind on like a campfire, and then waggles its butt in your direction, Herrick. In a mocking way.
I will. I'll. So I'll lift up my coat and waggle my pecs right back at it, mockingly.
While they're engaged in this dance. Go ahead.
At the erupt spell, which again, there's a bit of a boom that echoes throughout the cavern from the effect of the spell, and the giant shifts even more noisily. A few pieces of rock begin to fall from the ceiling exactly, and it snorts. And it sounds like it might be close to waking up. All right. Ashera?
She's gonna move next to this one. She's decided to change her mind because she wouldn't want to take the kill away from the dwarf here. It feels dishonorable to take that away. So the on some barbarian level of code there. So she's gonna attack the other one here, and I hit that. Take a swing. Come on.
Ashera may be many things, but you cannot accuse her of being a kill stealer.
That's right. That's right. She's going to bring the Great Axe right down on this one. That's 5 damage. Yeah.
Okay, so this is the same one that was mocking you and you tried to whack just a second ago. So you follow up, and you feint at it, and when it dodges exactly the way that you anticipate it's going to, you have a satisfying moment of catching it against the rock wall with your boot as you come into swing, and it has just enough time to register that its time on this realm is about to be over as your axe connects with it, and it disappears into a puff of
outstanding
smoke. All right, Marvin.
Just so he does something, he's going to move over here. But is really taking no action. So he's not making any kind of attack.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that Marvin never attacks, right?
Never attacks. Correct.
So
I am not used to playing a character like this.
So this method is going to swoop up towards the edge of the giant, looks over at you all, holds a finger in front of its mouth in a shush, and then turns and points the same finger at the giant, and a burst of cold that takes the form of an icicle fires right at the behind of this giant. Oof. And with that, there is a not pained roar, but one of uncomfort, as if maybe something like a splinter or something had just poked your side. And with a disgruntled, you see the giant's eyes snap open, and it opens its mouth in a huge yawn. The method gets blown almost out the cave entrance by this yawn before it turns, looks at you all, flips you off with both hands, and then flitters away into the snow. The giant rolls over, sees something moving, and looks very curious, and you see it reaching through. And Ashera, it's focused on you, and it can't quite fit into the crevices here through these holes in the ceiling, these natural holes, but it can reach its hand in, and it's making a clumsy attempt to try to pick you up with its giant hand. I would like for you to make me a finesse check to try to avoid getting scooped up in its hand. sensation of being lifted upward, and gravity tips you upside down for a moment, dirt flying into your eyes, and you suddenly see the sunlight again as the giant opens its palm with you resting at the bottom of it, and it regards you curiously. And then you see the giant open its mouth and run its tongue over the tops of its lips and a very mangled, mismatched set of teeth. You get the sinking feeling that maybe after a good nap, the giant might be hungry.
Yeah.
All right. It's back over to the players. You've all just seen Ashera get scooped up in this giant's hand.
I'm going to run forward and throw a day's ration into his mouth. Or try to.
Okay. Craft is what you use to attack him, right?
Craft is what I use to attack with my alchemical stuff. Does it make sense to do that with a ration?
Because I feel like it says use your craft to throw things too, right? Like you use it in place of like your
usually
range.
I can use the craft to attack, yeah.
Yeah, you can still use your craft.
Sure, I'll take that. I mean, if you want to make it easy for me. It is like throwing a potion. It's just I'm throwing jerky, so sure.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh,
Good.
just passed.
Yep. Okay. So you're trying to pop something into its mouth?
Yep, just get a hunk of food into its mouth.
You see its tongue extend and it starts to lean its head back, and it starts to tilt the palm down to make Ashera just fall straight into its maw. And Ashera, you start to scrabble, and you are getting ready to swing your great axe into its palm to try to hold yourself in place, but a nicely arced throw from Rudis lands a tiny ration right in its mouth, and startled, the giant stops its actions and looks upright again, confused for a bit, and then begins to move its tongue around as if to get the flavor of this tiny morsel. It seems confused and kind of content enough that it's distracted from its current action.
Herrick, seeing that that this seems to have worked, will run up next to Rudis and says, "Think you can keep up that aim?"
Well, I can certainly try. I only have 4 rations left, though.
It's all right. We're about to have a lot more. So Herrick has can cast Sprout, which I think he's going to take this opportunity to immediately do. I can use this to cause up to a 5-foot square patch of plants or fungus to magically grow to optimal harvesting and foraging. So I'm just going to create a little garden right in front of us.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. Do a magic. You have to still make a magic roll for that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'll Arcana. 1 second. Oh my.
So you could use a luck to re-roll that.
You know what? We're doing it.
Please do.
Yes. Yes, please.
Okay. It takes you a second to find the life in this, what seems to be desolate, Arctic place, but you do find some semblance beneath the surface, and you're able to nurture it and encourage it. And before long, you have sprouting before you a nice smorgasbord, a cornucopia, if we will, a natural cornucopia of various berries and fruits and even root vegetables, all that are a fairly good size, but also still within a throwing capacity. You aren't growing any giant watermelons here.
Right. I'm gonna, as soon as it's done, I'll look to Rudis again, and I'll just start like doing a little like Vanna White showmanship, like.
abs and pecs still out.
Abs and pecs still out. Yes.
You know, when we get back, I think maybe I need you to visit my back garden.
We'll discuss payment. But sure.
Marvin would like to cast Bless on Ashira. It helps gives him a plus D4 on saves. So let me I think I gotta target them. Where are they? I'm on the other way up there.
So with Bless.
Got it. So I think.
So no roll required, I think.
Oh, no roll?
Yeah, because it's a willing creature.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, you're gonna get a plus D4 on saves. So.
Yeah, targeted objects count as silvered, and targeted beings of your choice have a D4 bonus to saves.
Please,
Thank you.
please help him be good. Help him be safe.
Oh, and
Nice.
this is interesting too. If the target is freestanding water, it apparently becomes holy water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you piss yourself, it'll be.
Yeah.
That's right. Perfect.
Okay, so Shara, I believe it
Yes.
is now you're the one with the turn left.
It is, and she is going to do what anybody in this situation would do, and that's leap forward and slit the giant's throat open.
It is distracted, and its
Yeah.
hand is somewhat close to its mouth.
That's right. Uh-huh. And we're going to roll a luck again for that, because why not? We're going to spend one and re-roll. And the dice are not with me, so I'm going to spend another one.
Okay.
Because this is going to happen. Don't take this from me. All
There
right.
you go.
All right. Wow. All the luck gone. I hope you won't need it
Yeah.
later.
Yeah. No, I'm sure we won't. And there it is. Big one.
So with its natural armor of 1, that is
Yeah.
actually a 0. But
Yeah.
you leave a nice scratch on the side of its throat as you release yourself and superhero land. Like you
Yep.
hit a few touch points of rock on your
Right.
way down. And you land. The giant, having swallowed the tiny morsel, and is now realizing, like, you leap and you slash at its throat, and you're on the ground before it even kind of notices that you're not in its palm anymore. And it
Yeah.
kind of turns its palm over and looks at it and studies it, and then it begins to kind of look around for you.
Yeah.
And it gets down and, like, knees on the ground, butt in the air, begins to kind of reach in and feel around for all of you. More frantically this time. Rocks begin falling as parts of this structure begins crumbling under the giant's weight. I would like for you all to make me a collective. So I'll take the average and we'll do a group check for deft or for finesse. Okay.
I failed.
How about that?
2 nat 20s. Okay.
Oh.
17. And you get a look back.
See? It's meant to be spent.
Man, you all have shit finesse.
Yeah. Marvin. Okay, that's also a pass. So, you're all running as fast as you can. Rudis, you see as parts of the rocks fall, you see that the top of it kind of glitters. And you're distracted for just long enough to where a piece of rubble falls and traps you as you're passing by. But you can barely even register what happened and call out for help before the boulder is heaved off of you by Ashera and you are hauled to your feet as you all sprint out the other side of the cavern as the giant roars behind you and is no longer able to find and detect you as you escape out the other side.
As we leave, I will turn and just call back while running, and just say, "Enjoy the salad."
and sure enough, the last glimpse that you get, Herrick, is of the giant reaching and ripping up most of the garden, leaves, stems, and all, turning it over in its hand and opening its mouth just as some rocks fall, preventing you from being able to come back this same way. So the giant seems satisfied enough to not pursue. All right, and now we are back at...
Nothing like waking up to a hearty breakfast.
Right.
So we're back at the overworld. And I know that we said until 10, but I think this is a good time to call it.
That works.
We're good with that?
It's fine with me.
Our holy knight could rejoin us then.
Yeah.
Yes. And I would say that everybody gets to go to level 3.
Yay!
Awesome.
And we get our luck back.
Yay!
Yes.
Yay!
Well, thank you very much. That was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looking forward to,
Miss playing with this
next
group.
week.
Good to be
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's good to be back. Miss this group. No, in no other game would you get something like let's feed the giant to beat the encounter.
Yeah. I feel like this game and its scrappiness is very well suited to this ragtag imaginative group.
Absolutely, 100%.
Awesome.
I feel that Jeff was good at hinting at things you can do with the description. You know, like, oh, he seems hungry. Aha.
At least you didn't feed him Marvin. So.
Right?
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
I don't think I could throw Marvin. Sorry.
All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for watching. Sunday, we have Goblins of Zendikar. Another episode there.
Freaky's free!
Yes.
I'm almost caught up.
And then next week, next Thursday, we're back with another episode of Perils of Apatite Peak. So again, thanks everybody for watching, and we will see you next time. Good night.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good night.
Bye.